top story tonight, tariffs. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is about to speak in Ottawa about Canada's response to Donald Trump and the 25% tariffs that will be imposed on Tuesday. Roger Collins is watching that media conference and will join us in just a few minutes with the details. In the meantime, political expert Keith Leslie joins us now to break down what the tariffs mean for this country. And Keith, it is official. U.S. President Donald Trump will hit Canada with 25% tariffs on Tuesday, with a lower 10% duty for oil. What does this trade war mean for Canadians?
Well, for the Canadian economy, it means a massive hit. I mean, that's all there is to it. In the automotive sector, we're hearing it could be shut down within a week. I mean, that's how reliant it is on the just-in-time delivery. So this is it's an attack on Canada's sovereignty. I mean, Donald Trump, we heard him talking about the 51st state. We thought it was a joke at first. Then he said he was going to come at us with economic force. That's exactly what he's doing. This is going to be a huge hit to the Canadian economy. It doesn't matter. It's not even going to take months. It's going to take like less than weeks before we're really going to feel the impact of this.
Now, it essentially makes all Canadian goods more expensive for Americans and American companies. Why do you think Trump would do this to U.S.'s biggest ally?
Nobody can understand why Trump is doing this to his biggest ally, a G7 neighbor. We've got a long, long history of really getting along well. We boast about our undefended border. So to have this happen is really, just a slap in the face to Canada, to Mexico as well. I mean, another close trading partner with the United States. Although to lump us in with the border issues when, they talk about the fentanyl, there's like 1% comes across from Canada. How many guns come into Canada from the U.S.? I mean, both of us could do a better job on the border. But overall, this is just a terrible thing for both countries. The Wall Street Journal, I think, summed it up the best. Not a magazine or a newspaper I normally quote, very business-oriented. They called it the dumbest trade war in history.
Trudeau met with his finance minister and premiers this afternoon and is speaking right now about Canada's response. What do you think Canada can do to retaliate against Trump's tariffs?
Well, we absolutely have to stand up with some tough back-to-back measures, retaliatory, almost dollar for dollar, whatever we can afford to do in that regard. I think, although it would be hugely unpopular in Alberta, that Canada should up the export duty on oil and gas so it gets it up to the 25% that everybody else is hitting with. But for the most part, Canada's got to make some very specific targets. I see Chrystia Freeland is talking about something I talked about, target Tesla. Elon Musk has Trump's ear, so target Tesla with some import duties, and then maybe reduce our import duties. And remember, we matched the Americans 100% import duties on Chinese EVs. Maybe we remove that. We've got to take some serious action that gets Trump's attention and proves to him that this hurts Americans as much as it does Canadians.
While Trump's tariffs will come into effect on Tuesday, I'm hearing that Canada's response wouldn't go into effect for possibly more than a month. Why the delay?
I don't know if Canada is actually going to do that. I personally think that would be a mistake. I don't think we should delay any action. We have to show Trump that we're standing up to him and standing up to him right away, despite the threat from the Americans today saying that, if Canada retaliates, we'll escalate. So, I mean, there is that danger, but I think Canada absolutely has to retaliate and not wait a month to do it, or even more than that, has to do it, on Tuesday, just when Trump takes his initiative and enacts these 25% tariffs. It's going to kill our economy.